Binance is to sell the rest of the FTX token holdings as Alameda CEO defends firm's financial conditions. Now, Alameda CEO offered to buy Binance's FTT token holdings for $22 a piece. Now, this is a developing story, and I wanted to show you guys here, I believe, what they've said now. Basically, Sam Bankman-Fried has said he denies any insolvency rumors due to this. And then I believe earlier this morning, we also heard a report that... Anyways, he says there's no insolvency. I thought we had one more. Binance was dumping tokens, or has started dumping tokens already. And then on top of that, I've been hearing reports as well. I'm trying to get confirmation on these reports that Binance has basically started essentially, or not Binance, FTX has stopped withdrawals as well for some people. And then there's an entire thread as well from SBF FTX, which we'll check out here in a second. So let me get that over here for you guys. I believe, this one right here. So let's try to parse this out. Like I said, this is a developing story, so it's going to be a little bit different to follow, okay? But Binance is to sell the rest of the FTX holdings. Let's get into it. Binance's CEO, responding to a CoinDesk scoop about trading firm Alameda Research balance sheet, tweeted Sunday that he will sell the remaining FTT tokens held on his books that he took as part of his exit from Alameda's sister company FTX last year. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao did not say how much FTT his firm will sell, but that as a part of the cryptocurrency exchange's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion worth in the form of BUSDs, Binance stablecoin, and FTT. Alameda CEO, meanwhile, tweeted that her trading firm's financial condition is stronger than what was reflected by the balance sheet CoinDesk wrote about. She also offered in a reply to the Binance CEO's post to buy his firm's FTT token holdings for $22 each. Speculation over the FTT token led to an extreme price volatility amid the back and forth Twitter exchange. In his initial tweet, CZ said Binance's sale would be executed in a way that minimizes market impact and could take a few months to complete. Blockchain Explorer Etherscan showed an address moving 23 million FTT, worth approximately $530 million, to a Binance exchange wallet Saturday afternoon. The price of FTT declined 14% over a 24-hour period to $22.02, its lowest price since June, according to CoinMarketCap. And then at the time of press, the price of FTT rebounded to $23.03. CZ's announcement comes after rumors swirled about the financial health of Sam Bankman-Fried's trading firm Alameda Research after a leaked balance sheet reviewed by CoinDesk revealed the trading firm owed $5.8 billion worth of FTT tokens, including FTT tokens pledged as collateral as of June 30th. Alameda was revealed to have $14.6 billion in assets and $8 billion in liabilities, including $7.4 billion in unidentified loans. So obviously, if you essentially have $6.6 billion and then you already owe $5.8 billion, then they feel like that is pretty rough. On Saturday, Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison responded to the rumors by tweeting that Alameda had over $10 billion of assets not reflected on the leaked balance sheet. Ellison added that Alameda had undisclosed hedges in place and had already returned a bulk of their outstanding loans. CZ added that the sale of Binance's FTT holdings was not to be interpreted as a slight against the competitor's exchange. Quote, "We typically hold tokens for the long term, and we have held onto this token for this long," tweeted CZ. "We stay transparent with our actions." Now, SBF did respond via a Twitter thread and then said, "A competitor's trying to go after us with false rumors, and FTX is fine. Assets are fine." It says that FTX has enough to cover all client holdings. and we don't invest client assets, even in treasuries. And it says, we have been processing all withdrawals and will continue to. So my worries about earlier this morning seeing withdrawals not being processed appears to be incorrect, but it does say the withdrawal speed has slowed down, I believe, because a lot of people are withdrawing. So the BTC withdrawals, churning through them, node is throughput limit. So they're switching it to process from both ends, which should help speed it up. And then the stablecoins processing, banks are closed for the weekend, though USD stablecoin creation redemptions might be slower until wires clear tomorrow, especially for some coins and chains. So it's important to be paying attention to all of this stuff that's going on. So they say it's not affecting it, but it doesn't matter basically if they have enough to cover it all, because what matters is the amount of demand on the network. So there's a loss of faith in FTX right now. And because of that loss of faith, people are pulling Bitcoin out, and that is slowing down the network. And that is really what's happening here at this point. So believe the people that are saying they're having issues with withdrawals. This is probably true. There are probably people having issues with withdrawals for Bitcoin. Should it be an immediately like, oh no, FTX is completely failing? Not really, because obviously, as they said, they have enough to cover all of basically the withdrawals. So I wouldn't really worry about it from that perspective. But of course, speed of getting your Bitcoin out is going to be slower. That's why, we'll go back to it. Not your keys, not your crypto. An important lesson here. If you are leaving a bunch of assets in centralized exchanges like FTX, or even one that's performing well right now, like Binance, you need to be concerned and consider, getting yourself at least a hardware wallet like a Trezor or a Ledger, and start learning to utilize it and start custodying your own cryptocurrency. I know we harp on this all the time, but these are the reasons why. FTX could be completely solvent, completely fine, have enough to back up everything that's, within their accounts, but the network slows down and you can't get it out of the exchange, or something breaks at the exchange that's unexpected. And that's kind of on you. Once again, the hard part about decentralization in general, and this doesn't just come into play with finances, but with everything, including, access to, let's say your library information or whatever, is that it requires personal responsibility. And we are requiring personal responsibility in a financial revolution at a time when our society does not value personal responsibility. So it's kind of one of those things where it's, you feel bad for people because they've been trained improperly. They've been conditioned by society to basically lean on the government or a third party to manage their finances, and they end up losing, some assets because they don't know how to self-custody. And it's just, make sure that you're taking control of your keys, right? I mean, that's really it at the end of the day that I really want to make sure that you guys understand. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.